Sometimes I need to read a motivational quote just to motivate me to read a motivational quote. Hello, fellow lucky humans. Welcome to Confessions of a Lucky Storyteller. My name is Joe Wilson, and I am a lucky storyteller. Thank you to the hundreds of people who, put up with all of my tweeting and Facebook posting about Vampire Mob issue 2. Thank you to all the people who contributed and RT'd and created perks, and it was the hardest campaign I've ever gone through. It was the longest one. I could not have done it without all the really cool emails and tweets of support, and just especially when I was sleep deprived and had been up for way too long, way too many days. I really appreciate that help and the support. And we got to 91%. We did not get to 100, but that's not going to stop me. So I got 9% more to raise, and it takes about 4 or 5 months to put the book together at least. So I think we have some time, and that's my plan. Don't quit. As I just said, I only got to 91% of my campaign of a story I've been working on for 5 years. To some people, that would be a reason to quit. But I don't look at it like that. This isn't, I'm not taking some kind of standardized idea test. I'm looking at making stories in years. And when you're just one person, it takes a long time for people to find out who the fuck you are and that you exist. Give yourself that time if you're trying to make something cool happen. Now, I have quit a lot of endeavors, a lot of pursuits, sometimes out of practicality, sometimes out of I wanted to do one thing and couldn't really do 18 things, or at least I didn't think I could at the time. I think part of what happens when people want to quit is they think that whatever the obstacle is, that it is insurmountable. And obstacles suck. They're no fun. But they are to be expected. The number of obstacles I've dealt with making Vampire Mob, if someone told me that I was going to go through all of these obstacles, and I believed them, I would then ask, like, so when did I throw in the towel? Like, when? And my view of this is different, I think, because I hear from the audience. I know there is a small number of people who like what I do and like the way I do it, but that can't be the number of people is enough for me to keep going. I know that number gets larger when you look at it in years, not just in months or quarters. But I think the only reason that I can keep going is that I really love telling stories. I really love giving people a place to kind of go on a little mini vacation, a place to be diverted from reality. When I write, that's how I feel. I feel like I've said it on Twitter many times that writing is orchestrated daydreaming. And to some degree, I think it is. And I think even when you experience a story, it is kind of a daydream. Even when watching a movie, a film, a really good slideshow, it's a different part of your brain that's engaged. And that suspension of disbelief makes things possible. And I think you can bring some of that into reality because there is a lot of necessary impracticality in creative endeavors. That is part of the deal. I can't look at everything like, well, what do I get paid an hour to do this? I have to look at this in like, okay, so what has happened in 5 years? What would I have missed if I quit? And that's how I know to keep going, because there's always something happening that lets me know And it's usually after I've been at a point where I'm like, man, this is hard. And it is. Sometimes it is hard. And if you don't love what you're doing, if you're not enjoying it, if it's not fun, see if you can stop. See if there's some way you can not do it. But if the obstacles are what is making things not fun for you, maybe it's your view of the obstacles. Sometimes I look at them like a puzzle, a challenge, a nemesis, a joke that I do not get at all. But I know there's an obstacle coming, and I know I'm going to have to think of some way around it. That helps to keep me going when I do want to quit. When I see things that I'm like, this isn't working. And then I just go a little longer, and then I'm like, oh, all I had to do was go this much further, and I got to see this. So if you do something creative, or you want to do something creative, and now's the time to do something creative, take a chance, put it out there, see what happens, see if you like what happens, and if you do, maybe you'll want to do it again. And if that is enough for you to start, that is great, because no one's going to pay you to do something you haven't done before. So once you start doing things, people find you. Companies have found me to make videos for them because of Vampire Mob and other things. And it's the internet. So this is the whole world. So you don't feel like you're geographically, if you have access to the internet, if you can see this, then you know that or maybe you don't know, but you have access to so much information, and you can teach yourself so much on YouTube. It's crazy. Look at the world like a giant mind hive, and there are a lot of really cool people who will help you, and a lot of people who just have put up tutorials or videos or conversations with people, and you can learn so much no matter where you are in the world. That changes everything, among a bunch of other things. And if you have quit and you want to start again, you're allowed. You're allowed to go, you know what? I'm gonna go finish the book, or I'm gonna go write that script. The New Year's resolution thing, like, it's fucking May. I'll restart my New Year's resolution right now. It was to eat more bacon. So if you're thinking about quitting, giving up, and feel free to take a rest. Sometimes you just need to kind of like take a knee and go, whew, that was hard. Well, let's go do it again. Sometimes it's better, I think, to just keep going, because you get that pace, you get sort of used to it. So if you can find a way to fit things into your schedule on a regular basis, whether it's writing or whatever creative thing you want to do, it'll help speed up the process. So thanks for listening to the Not Quitting Blobbity Blah. Blobbity Blah is a trademark term. Thank you. There will be Blobbity Blah t-shirts. No, there will never be Blobbity Blah t-shirts. I really don't even know how to leave a comment if you know how to spell Blobbity Blah and that you watched this long. And I will talk to you next time.